Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about things that I wish I had known before I started my minimalist journey. These are things that if you are making these mistakes or if you've thought about these things, I want you to stop, forgive yourself, and let's move on. If you're new here, my name is Julie. I post videos all about organization, minimalism, simple and intentional living, and I would love to have you as a subscriber. Please make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoy this kind of content. Ring the notification bell, and with all that said, let's jump right in to minimalism. What a mouthful. Minimalism things that I wish I had known before I called myself a minimalist. First off, the word minimalism is really just a label. You know, as human beings, we love to label everything, both literally and figuratively, and it's really a descriptor I think that a lot of people use to denote simple living or living with less or decluttering their home. No two minimalists are gonna look alike, and that's okay. As an example, minimalism does really look different for everybody. Me as a minimalist in a small 2-bedroom apartment with 2 kids and a dog and a husband in New York City, calling myself a minimalist is very different from someone who lives in the suburbs with 5 bedrooms and lots of space who might also call themselves a minimalist. It's really individual, and that's kind of the beauty of it. This is a big one. Just because I call myself a minimalist doesn't mean my partner does. Calling myself a minimalist does not mean that I can never shop at Amazon again or never wear color. As you dive into a more minimalistic lifestyle, inherently you're going to come up with the zero waste movement, which is a great thing for the earth, for you as a person, for your wallet. So they seem to be really intertwined, and it's almost impossible not to consider both. This is definitely something that we as a family are striving towards. You know, we've eliminated things like paper towels and our microwave and random stuff like that, which, you know, the less stuff we have, the better. Being a minimalist as an individual is one thing. Being a minimalist when you have kids is a totally different animal. And I think a lot of people consider themselves minimalists themselves, but when they introduce children into the mix, it's a whole different set of challenges. So navigating birthday parties and holidays and school and just the wider community, you have to kind of evaluate what's really important to you, how much you're going to stick to your label of minimalism, and how much you're going to allow into your life. I do think that raising children on a more simplistic diet, kind of like how we used to live before the sort of boom of commercialism and consumerism and Prime and all that kind of stuff, I genuinely do think that that is better for children. I think it is better for them to have less. But in our society, you know, we equate love with gifts and materialism, and we have so many opportunities for gifts. Like, as an example, growing up in South Africa, we celebrated Valentine's Day, but it was like with flowers, and it was usually between mom and dad or partners or boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever it was. And then when I came to the States, and it probably is the same now in South Africa too, so it's no shade on that, but when I came to the States, it was an excuse or a reason, let's say, to give kids toys, to give them candy, to make Valentine's Day about like another holiday where you would give birthday style gifts. And sometimes I think, is this really necessary? In order for minimalism or anything to be sustainable, to be something that you can continue long-term throughout your life, you need to have your values in check. You need to be constantly evaluating. You need to have boundaries in place of what you will and will not allow in your home, or what you will and will not tolerate. Otherwise, it's not going to work. But with that being said, when things are too extreme, whether that's like a diet or living with less or your exercise regime or working or something, often we fail because it's just too much. So finding a balance, learning from mistakes, not viewing them really as failures, but really as learning opportunities, is the way that you're going to be able to sustain a simple lifestyle for the long haul. I would say that sustainability in terms of being able to maintain a simple lifestyle is much more the goal than perfection. if you buy something that you end up not needing or give it away or something, it is what it is. We're all human beings, we're not perfect. We're gonna learn through mistakes. You're going to learn through your mistakes, especially with kids. I mean, you're learning so much as a parent as it is, but you're gonna learn how to balance what they need, what you can live without, what you absolutely want to have at home, and that's okay. That's part of the process. Your family and friends may think you're a little crazy. They may even be offended if you have very specific guidelines around giving your kids gifts or yourself. So be prepared for a little bit of, resistance if you are living a lifestyle that is not customary to your broader family. I know for me, what happens is that I tend to sometimes impulse buy. I'm a human being. Luckily, things can be returned fairly easily if I realize that this was not the best decision. I don't recommend scrolling on your phone late at night, because somehow that brain of yours, the 3 a.m. brain or the midnight brain, thinks that buying like 3 pairs of sneakers all at once without really thinking about it is a great idea. I think it's more your reptilian brain that just wants things and is in kind of like fight or flight survival mode and just needs more sneakers, tackies, whatever you want to call them. Try and pause. Try that rule where you wait 24 hours or you wait a week and see if you still really need something before clicking add to cart. I tell you that I have definitely experienced how challenging it can be to go against the grain in society. As I said, we live in a very consumeristic society where we are encouraged to give gifts, and giving gifts means kind of equals love, and it's hard. So if you are feeling the resistance from those around you, that you're getting judged about giving things away or choosing not to buy something, or perhaps you're not giving your child 50 Christmas gifts this year, only 2, it's okay, it's normal. People always judge things that they don't understand or don't know or are unfamiliar to them, and sometimes I think they judge because they know deep down that whatever you're doing is probably something positive and good, and it kind of reflects poorly on them that they're not making the same choices. At least that's what is subconsciously going on, even if that's not the case. The goal really is to just lead by example. Do you're the only one living your life, you're in charge of your kids and your family, and don't worry about anybody else. Something that I really realized and really kickstarted the whole minimalism movement for me personally was how overwhelmed I felt with all of our stuff. And I think I only really appreciated that once it was all gone. I'm starting to feel that again as we're stuck kind of at home a lot. We're working from home. Our kids are getting older. They're just bigger, human beings taking up more space. There's more children than we had when we moved in here. And I'm starting to get that itch to kind of declutter, simplify, let it go. So I think that was a big realization for me when I decided to become more minimalist or more intentionally simple with how I lived my life. And it's a really great thing that we can take a bit of control over our personal space. Basically the only thing we can control, take action to start to feel more calm. I would also say that adopting a more minimalist lifestyle, something that I didn't realize was that it would create so much more space to be creative, to do my hobbies, to read a book, because I was less looking after all my things and worrying, and tidying up after my kids wasn't taking as long. Keeping my home clean wasn't as demanding on my time and my energy. And so I had space that freed up for other things for me. And as a mom, we lose ourselves often in our kids, especially in those early days. And so it is super important to create that space. As Gretchen Rubin says from the Happiness Project, outer calm denotes inner calm. And so I really believe that's true for me. Even now, before filming this video, I was like, I need things to be tidy and clean. Could have been a procrastination technique, but I also do feel better when my outside environment is more calm, visually less cluttered. It's a great benefit of minimalism. In the same way as feeling more calm because of my environment affects me mentally, I think it affects my parenting more positively as well. I mean, it makes total sense, right? If I have less of my kids' stuff to care for, if I can nag them less, and I'm not saying I don't nag them or we don't have messes or they don't, they don't just do normal kid stuff, but just having less for them to kind of throw around everywhere, or trying to instill, before you take out a new toy, you put something away. Again, I don't get this right every time. It's a learning process. It's a marathon, but just having less things, feeling more calm. It makes me a better parent and a better mom and a better person to be around, and that for me is massive. I think also, you know, after reading Marie Kondo's books and like going through this initial thing where I was like, I'm getting rid of everything, you know, there's this tendency to believe that once you get rid of all the stuff, like the physical stuff, like you're done. You're a minimalist, it's all good, you don't have to worry about it again. But like anything in life, you need to maintain it. You need to continuously be decluttering or very intentional about your purchases. You need to be caring for your things. You can't just think it's a one and done thing. And I think most things in life that are worth doing tend to need love and attention. Just like a garden, just like if you were living a healthy lifestyle. It's not about the one time that you water your flowers and then leave them, or the one time you go to the gym, or the one time that you choose a smoothie over a milkshake. It's really about those small choices that you make every day. And I think the trick is to make it a habit so that it's so much more automatic than you having to make a decision that might be a little harder. You know, choosing to go through your kitchen cabinet and just take out the things that you're not using, or clean your kitchen counter, is much harder than just sitting on the couch and watching TV. And, you know, much less tempting to go and reorganize your bathroom cabinet and declutter all the old medication than just relaxing. So I hear you that it's hard, but I also want you to realize that it is a journey, it is a process. Your life is going to evolve and change, and your circumstances are going to change, and minimalism is here for you along the whole way. So those are my top realizations since becoming a minimalist, and if you are embarking on this kind of simple living, more organized journey, I hope that they help you. Let me know which one resonated with you the most in the comments down below. As always, I have a lot of free resources that I will link in the description. I have a free Facebook group, and I have a free mini course that you can sign up for that allows you to be sent videos every day to help kind of kickstart your organization, simple living journey. Super easy. You just watch the video. You can watch while you're cleaning or something, listen to it, and organizing or whatever. I also wanted to tell you that the Organized Mom, which is my signature program to help moms get organized, take back control in their life, get back their time from being so time-starved and exhausted. Waitlist is now open, so you can go and sign up for that down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram for more updates. Send me a message, I'll be happy to answer. And don't forget to subscribe, click the thumbs up, make sure your notification bells are turned on, and let me know what kind of video you would like me to do next. And with all that said, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!